So if you didn't already see the first video about your 5 tips in weight loss, back up one video, go see what the overview for the 5 tips is. These 5 simple things are really what it requires for any kind of weight loss journey that you're on, whether it's a small goal or a large goal. The 5 tips in that video are the things that make people most successful in weight loss and then in maintenance after that. Number 1 that I talked about was scheduling. How's your schedule going? Are you on schedule? You know what? We're not perfect and we're not always perfectly on schedule, but having a schedule to know and to feel structured around helps structure your day and helps you feel more comfortable in your day so that you don't feel like you're behind all the time and trying to catch up. So let me give you an example. I'm a musician, and if I'm talking to other musician people out there, you know that you practice on a schedule, that you make sure that you get your practice in, that you make sure that you get your studies in. I actually went to college for music, and if you've ever been a music student at a college, you have got a ton of classes, you've got a ton of ensembles, you must practice for 2 hours a day. So when I was in college, this is how I did my schedule. No kidding, it was on a piece of paper. And I had to have this schedule on my wall in my room so that I knew what I was doing every hour of every day, or it was not going to get done. So I had to, for instance, schedule my classes. I had to write down where my classes were every single day because every day was different. I had to put in where my ensembles were meeting and what time. And I had to put in when I was going to practice my instrument. I had to write that in. I put those 2 hours in every day into my schedule, and I didn't miss it. Now, college was also the time that I discovered fitness. So that's when I realized that writing it into my schedule made me do it. And I really thought about it. I thought about, when am I actually going to make it over to the Leach Center, which was Florida State's wonderful, fantastic facility. And that was probably the time before or after marching band because the field was right next door. I made it easy for myself. That's how I started in fitness, honestly and truthfully. And then after that, after I started in fitness, I certified a year later in fitness. Then I started working at the Leach Center. And so then I scheduled my fitness classes and my own workouts and my practice time and all of that other stuff that I mentioned, and my friend time, because that time is important too. In college, I did have friends and I did do other things. So that's how the scheduling works for extremely busy people. You've got your husband's schedule, your kids' schedules, any other thing that's going on. Compile what you are going to be doing in every day, picking somebody up, dropping somebody off, going to this job, going to that job, and actually look at it on paper and then see, where are my times? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. My times now are really early in the morning because I've figured out that if I get up all by myself, that's my uninterrupted fitness time. If I wait until my children are up, then it's not going to happen. And if I wait till after school, forget it. I always have a meeting. I always have to run this place or that place to pick something up, or my kids have an activity. That happens to be the most convenient time and a time that I can schedule and I can adhere to, and I will do it. Excuse me. Here's my other tip, scheduler people, because you're going to start scheduling today. My other tip, here's my iPhone, is this wonderful app called Cozy, C-O-Z-I. The whole family can use Cozy. It's got bigger kids. They've got their iPhone or some kind of a smartphone. Your spouse has a smartphone. Everybody puts their schedule into the Cozy, and everybody then can see where everybody is at any given time, and you can schedule your time in there just for you around what everybody else is doing. Such a fabulous tool. So keep that in mind. It's a free app. Great way to schedule. So tell you what, get started on your schedule. Look at it on paper first. Start putting it into Cozy or Google Calendar or what your family likes to use. Let me know where you schedule your fitness. leave me a comment or leave me a Facebook and let me know where you worked it in and how that's going to work out for you. How many minutes did you figure out that you really have to fit in your fitness every day? How inspiring and cool is that? I have this time. This is my time. I get to do this for me. It's a gift. Okay, and I will talk to you about number 2 very soon.